Alright, doing another Throne of Eldraine draft. Let's kick it off. Ooh, Gadwick. So Gadwick is pretty great. It is pretty intensive mana-wise. Triple blue probably means we're going to be in a mostly blue deck, maybe slightly splashing another color. So we're kind of locking ourselves into one color primarily. But I mean, it's a very powerful card. Next best card would probably be like Scorching Dragonfire. Mysterious Pathlighter is also pretty good. And Beanstalk Giant's not bad either. Frogify we would play, but it's not like a great card or anything. But yeah, we'll take Gadwick here. Gadwick is pretty powerful. And I mean, Covetous Urge is good too. And our deck is probably going to be mono blue, just 4 blue mana. But to make an opponent discard a card and potentially either take that card, or if they have something really good in their graveyard, we could also steal that. All That Glitters is also good, but I don't know. I think mostly in blue is not where you want to be with the All That Glitters deck, even though it is a blue-white deck. I think probably you want to be primarily in white to make this really shine. Fierce Witchstalker is pretty good, but it's going to be hard to cast in our deck if we're going to be mostly blue. It's just double green is it's just going to be pretty difficult. I mean, Gadwick, I guess the thing is, Gadwick is much better in the late game than the early game, right? It's not like we need to hit blue on turn 3. So maybe it's okay to not focus in as heavily on blue as we normally would need to for a triple costed card like this. And maybe in that case, something like Fierce Witchstalker is just better. Because this is one of the probably the best green common in the set. Just very powerful, 4 mana, 4/4, and then you even get a food token on top of that. So it's just got so much upside. I think Covetous Urge is high enough that we will take it, but I think I think I'm gonna not be so locked into the mono blue plan now that I've thought about it a bit more. In this pack, there's not really anything. I mean, I guess we take Opt because it's in our color, and I mean, Opt is always playable. I mean, our uncommons are Sorcerer's Broom, Skullknocker Ogre, and Righteousness, none of which is especially playable, especially in a blue deck. So we'll just take Opt, stick in blue. Well, we did get a rare in this pack, but it is not a playable one. Ironcrag Feet is very bad. Very bad. So, not going to be taking that. We could do something like take Searing Barrage. This is pretty easily splashable, because not only is it only 1 red mana, but it's a 5-drop, so if we're splashing a color, we're much more likely to have that color on turn 5, as opposed to earlier in the game. We would never really get the Adamant off, but just 5 mana instant deal 5 damage to something is still pretty good. Our other choice is Scalding Cauldron, which I guess keeps us in mono blue for now, and also is a removal spell, so I think we'd probably take that. We could also do something like Foreboding Fruit, move towards blue-black with this Covetous Urge. And then there's the Flutter Fox, which kind of makes us feel like maybe we should have taken the All That Glitters, moved into the blue-white deck, but I think we'll just take Scalding Cauldron. Okay, here there's nothing really that would make us go into another color, nothing powerful enough to do something like that. Merchant of the Veil is pretty good. If we were in blue-red, that would be something that'd be pretty nice, but I think we just take Queen of Ice here. So nothing great here. I guess Shine Chaser is probably the best. I mean, all these are going to put us in another color. Embereth Paladin's not really runnable outside of mono-red. Prize Griffin's not great. Ardenvale Paladin's not great. Festive Funeral's pretty bad. There's nothing really super great in this, so I guess we take Shine Chaser on the off chance we end up in blue-white. Yeah, we'll take Lonesome Unicorn again on the chance we end up in blue-white. We'll take Unexplained Vision. This is definitely worth having at least one of, no matter where we end up. Just having one big card draw spell is pretty good. Yeah, we'll take Youthful Knight here. We're going to take Silverflame Squire is pretty good, but I think we'd rather take Moonlit Scavengers because we're not really married to white. White is just the most open color we've seen, and sort of these leftover picks. But I think we're still just going to leave ourselves open to be blue and anything else. So we'll take the Moonlit Scavengers there. I guess out of these we would take the Fling. Take Garenbrig Squire. weapon rack, and drawbridge. Wow. Another blue rare. Vantress Gargoyle is pretty good. It's a 5/4 flyer that has a lot of text on it. Essentially, you need to mill your opponent to be able to attack with it, and you can't block unless you have 4 more cards in your hand. And then it kind of turns itself on eventually because you can use it to mill both players. Besides that, there's Sir Alan, which is a pretty good card. I don't know about specifically in our deck, which is sort of a go long. You really want to be going wide with Sir Alan. Valmire Knight's pretty good. Flutterfox is also pretty good, and Tomb Raider. So there's some good picks for us in here, but I think we just take Vantress Gargoyle. See if we can. We're not. I don't really want to play the mill deck, but you don't really have to be a mill deck to make Vantress Gargoyle work. You just need some ways to put a few things in your opponent's graveyard, but you don't need to actively try to mill them out. It's also good with our Moonlit Scavengers as an artifact. I think probably the best card here is Didn't Say Please. Again, we're not really going to play the mill deck, but we do want to have enough mill to turn our Gargoyle on at least. We're going to try to actually kill our opponent, but it will be good to... I mean, just a 3-mana counter is not the worst in Limited anyway, and having a real upside with it here in the form of Vantress Gargoyle makes me want to pick it up. If we were going heavy in on the mill theme, we would probably take Overwhelmed Apprentice over Didn't Say Please, I think. Vantress Paladin might also be good if we kind of take out these white cards and go into straight mono blue. Maybe we can wheel this. Yeah, we really don't need another Unexplained Vision. So I think we just take Didn't Say Please. So here we're at a crossroads. We could play the All That Glitters and try to move in on this blue-white artifacts and enchantments deck. Or we could pick up the Vantress Paladin here and just move in on the mono blue sort of tempo-y deck. I don't think I've played just straight mono blue before, so I'm going to try to go for that. I've played the blue-white deck a couple times, and it's pretty fun, but I've never really just played mono blue because I've kind of avoided it because I don't want to play the mill deck. But if we're going to do a mono blue sort of tempo, kill you with flyers plan, I'd like to try that. That seems like fun. So nothing great here. Runaway Together is okay. Shambling Suits, not really great. I guess we just take Runaway Together. We're going to want some more Enter the Battlefield effects to make this more than just okay. We'll see if we can pick some of those up. Well, we've got one blue card in this pack, which is a Mystic Dispute. I guess we take it. We're playing best of one, so it's not like we can sideboard this, but maybe just a 3-mana counterspell is okay, and sometimes it blows our opponent out if they're playing a blue deck. I mean, we're guaranteed to run into a number of blue decks just because the Milk archetype is so popular in this on Arena. So I guess we take it. Okay. Frogify is good. We do need more removal. Thunder Snapper would also be good. And also Hingewalker would also be good. We kind of want all 3 of these cards. Do we want Frogify is just not the best removal. Thunder Snapper would give us a good way to finish the game, as well as, give us some card advantage. I think we do take Frogify, though, because it turns on our Moonlit Scavengers, and it's just, we're kind of lacking on removal spells. So this should be pretty good. We would like to wheel this Hingewalker. I don't think we're going to wheel this Thunder Snapper, but maybe we will get this Hingewalker back. I'm not going to play this Secret Keeper, just because I don't want to be the mill deck. It's probably right to take it and try to move towards the mill strategy, but I don't want to. So I guess we take this Steel Gaze Griffin. Okay. Tomb Raider's great. Not only is it great just in a vacuum, a 3-mana 1/1 draw a card, but Runaway Together makes it really good too. So we'll take that. And even though I just talked about how great Tomb Raider is, I think we do want to just take a Hingewalker. Kind of a problem I've seen with mostly blue decks in this format is they, you spend your turn 3 playing a Tomb Raider and not really affecting the board all that much. You're just putting a 1/1 out there. And there's just more impactful things to be doing. Sometimes you just get run over, while you're sitting there sort of playing these low impact cards, your opponent's milling you out, or, your opponent's smashed you in the face with some big creature. So I think we do want a little more meat here. So we're going to take this. It's always going to be a 3/3 in our deck, so 3-mana 3/3, nothing wrong with that. yeah, we'll take another Vantress Paladin. Oh, take the Silver Flame Ritual. Scarecrow. We might play Prophet. It's possible. And Wolf's Quarry. Ooh. Oh. Having a little FOMO from not going into blue-white, because this would have been a great pickup. But we are where we are. Ooh, there's also Trapped in the Tower. Man. That's painful. And there's Stone Cold Nothing Gross in this pack, unfortunately. I mean, there's Mantle of Tides is the only castable card in this pack for us, and it is not really worth running, I don't think. So I think we just take the castle on the off chance we end up back in white. Not likely, though. Okay. We've got Fairy Vandal here. Fairy Vandal's great. With everything we're doing, we have multiple ways to turn it on, from Opt and Tome Raider, and probably we can pick up a few more card draw spells, you know, Unexplained Visions. And it's just something to do early game, which we kind of desperately need. Okay, we're going to take Opt. Ooh, Charm Sleep is great. Like I was saying before, we just kind of need removal in this deck, and Charm Sleep is about as good as it gets in mono blue. Spinning Wheel is also kind of tempting because it ramps us up into our big spells here and becomes a removal spell in the late game, but I don't think we can pass up Charm Sleep. It's just the best removal spell we've got in these colors. So now we have a choice between Frogify and Moonlit Scavengers. Frogify is just pretty a mediocre removal spell, but we have pretty good top end here, so I think we take Frogify. Man, we've seen a lot of Shine Chasers. We could have had a pretty okay blue-white deck, I think. I don't know if we need 2 of these, but I'll put it in the sideboard for now. Wow, yeah, we could have had a very good blue-white deck, but we're just going to take another Hingewalker, I think, rather than take this Vantress Paladin. Again, we just want some more early play stuff, and Vantress Paladin's more powerful. It's basically just a Hingewalker with flying in our deck, but we have enough stuff to do in the late game. We really just want to control the early game a little better. So yeah, we'll take another Didn't Say Please. We won't be playing this, but we'll put it in our sideboard. Put Gingerbrute in the sideboard. Unicorn in the sideboard. 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 And sideboard. Okay. So we've pretty much got our deck here. So what's the weakest card that we should cut? We'll move Gadwick over here, because that's probably where we're more likely to play him is towards the end game. So we kind of have a lot of stuff that's 4+. I'm thinking we should probably cut something from up here. I guess we'll cut this Prophet. I think a 5/5 is just 5/5 or 6 we can probably do without. The rest of these are pretty good. And that's pretty much our deck. So Gadwick mono blue. This should be interesting. We've got Covetous Urge to help us find some win conditions, because we're a little bit lacking in terms of win conditions. We have a lot of card advantage, a lot of flyers. We're kind of a tempo deck. We just want to kind of frogify our opponent's stuff and then play flyers and beat them down in the air. So we'll see how it works out. This will be interesting. Yeah, let's get to the games. Alright, up against Named the Epithet and Say Hello Back, the most important play. We just have the control hand here, and this Mystic Dispute is going to be pretty bad against Mardu Knights, but sure. We do have this Hingewalker, which will be nice in blocking this Swordmaster. Oh jeez. That's a big problem. Stoneclaw Lance is one of the best cards in the Knights deck. It's just so ridiculously powerful. I think we do play Hingewalker. Yay, but we're not in the best of shape for sure. Oh my god. Well, our opponent just has a kind of a ridiculous deck. Sure, gets in for 6. No blocks. So we can run away together this, so that's something at least. But yeah, this is an insanely good card. The opponent has 2 of them. We'll attack. Pass a turn. Yeah, to run away together. Not great, because we have to... I'm not getting any value out of bouncing our Hingewalker like this. Yeah, our opponent's got an amazing deck. Vantress Gargoyle. Well, that does trade. Okay. We'll play the Vantress Gargoyle. And I think we're just going to leave up a counter spell. Plan on countering any other creature he plays, but trading with this Smitten Swordmaster. Yep. Jeez, I actually have to counter this, don't I? Okay. I'll counter it. Jeez. What a crappy card to counter. Oh no, I got something else too. Well, we got rid of a creature, but now they're... Oh, okay. They didn't have another creature. Okay, now we get to start playing creatures and leaving up... Oh, crap. Well, we'll do it. Counter Rally for the Throne. We had to do it, because those tokens would have been a huge problem for us. But now the coast is cleared for them to drop a absolute bomb. Maybe they have nothing? If we're really, really lucky? Oh, okay. Alright. So I don't think I can Unexplained Visions right now. Sure. So he taps our creature down. We're not worried about that. I can't Unexplained Visions now because I need to counter a creature, which I will not do. Hope they don't have another creature. Ooh. Not good. I'm gonna be able to suit this thing up. I guess... Yeah, we're not even gonna be able to block it. Ugh. Double Steelclaw lands. It's just a nightmare. Okay, we will... Unexplained Visions. Draw 3, scry 3. Bottom, bottom, bottom. Yikes. Frogifying this doesn't even really help us, because it's still gonna be a 5/5 instead of a 7/5. So I guess we'll opt here. No, put that to the bottom too. Ay ay ay. Well, pass turn. I guess we just chump with Fairy Vandal here. Seeing the downside of Frogify here, just having a body on the board. Having a body on a board instead of actually removing a threat is not great. Let's see what else they drew. Ay ay ay. Okay. Alright. Okay now, hold on. I think we just go for the full Monty here. We'll go, because we can double block one of the Rimrock Knights. Yeah, so we'll go X equals 5 here. Draw... Oh, I thought it... I messed up. And pass turn. I should have gone for 6. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us too bad. So we will double block here to kill the Rimrock Knight. Okay, I mean, this is not better for them. Now we get to block, kill both their creatures. Okay. And we will play Steel Gaze Griffin. Play Covetous Urge. And we'll get back... I think we get back... Okay, our opponent scoops it up. Wow, I can't believe we won that. That's insane. Wow. We were just able to kind of tempo them out, and Gadwick refilled our hand. What we were going to do there with a Covetous Urge was take Ardenvale Tactician, so even if they drew creatures, we were going to be able, through this Moonlit Scavengers and Ardenvale Tactician, we were going to basically invalidate their creatures for the rest of the game, also with the Queen of Ice. So we were going to, I think we won there, yeah. We beat double Lance, and that is probably the strongest card for Red Black Knights. It just makes every single one of their creatures gigantic threats. So beating two of them dropped in the early game just is pretty insane. So yeah, pretty impressed with our little mono blue deck here. Sweet. All right, mono blue in our Eldraine draft here. We're playing against Horkrizard. I don't even know if I said that close to right, but we'll keep this. We've got our Vantress Gargoyle, got an Opt. I think we'll actually play this. I was going to Opt, but probably better just to get this Cauldron out. Well, I kind of regret it now. I guess we did get that out of the way, so he blew that up instead of our Gargoyle. That's good, I guess. We're hoping to draw a land here. Red-green, huh? Yikes. Okay, so I think we do this main phase. Try to hit a land. Not run away together. Well, we tried. Okay, well, at least we got a non-land out of the way. I guess a couple, because Opt drew us a card too. So we got a couple non-lands out of the way, so hopefully getting closer to a land. Yeah, Redcap Raiders is not good. Would have liked to counter that. Okay. Double players. Ooh, there goes an island. No! No, it always happens like that, doesn't it? Jeez. Gosh. Well, we might just be getting the bad end of the luck stick here. I don't think it was wrong to keep this hand. With an Opt, I think getting to a third land is pretty likely. If we did hit a third land, and we didn't even need to hit a fourth land. I mean, being at 3 would be pretty great here. We are gonna mill again, although I'm sure we're gonna hit an island again. Yeah. Yeah, we are just gonna throw it in front here. I'm sure he's got a pump spell, but what can you do? Okay, we still kill it. Mill. Oh. And you know we're gonna draw a non-island, right? Oh my goodness. Every time. Oh, no, okay. Thank goodness, finally. So I think we play Hingewalker here. Get some meat on the board. I think we're too far behind to just hold up Didn't Say Please. Although, now the way is cleared for something pretty scary. But I mean, if they just play out their Garenbrig Carver and we have to Didn't Say Please that, we're not looking so great. Wow, okay. Slaying Fire. Sweet. Another island. I think what we do here is I'm gonna Covetous Urge before. Okay, I'm glad I did. Geez, so all removal spells, huh? I guess we'll take Redcap Melee. We can kill one of their creatures for 1 mana. That's pretty good. The rest of them are fight spells, so they're gonna have to. And none of the things they have can actually survive fighting our Hingewalker. So we'll play Hingewalker. We can Redcap Melee something in response if they try to use the fight on one of their red creatures. And I guess we should probably just Redcap Melee whatever they use it on and just sack a land. We're just trying to go as long as we can. I think we're set up to win the late game here. Sure, there's Trebuchet. Okay, we will block the Shieldbreaker. Redcap Melee, the Weasel back. Okay, and so they do have their fight spells now, but we were able to... I think we'll Gadwick the Wizened for 2 is what we're going to do. This puts 2 3/3s on the board, which, no attacks, which, I mean, again, they can put a counter on their Garenbrig Carver, have it fight one of them, but then one of these other ones still blocks it well. Okay. Just start leaving up, didn't say please. No attacks. We'll Frogify the Trebuchet. Tap down the other Trebuchet. Okay. We'll counter that. Tap down the Garenbrig Carver. So now even if they do a fight spell, they can't attack this turn with it. Okay. Opt is pretty good. I think we will opt. Tap down to Trebuchet. Keep an island on top. Play the island. We'll attack with Gadwick here. Pass the turn. Yeah, we will counter that. Tap down the Garenbrig Carver. Okay. Now we'll Moonlit Scavengers. Tap down this Trebuchet. Bounce the other Trebuchet. Attack for 6. And we're pretty set up here. I think we've been tricky enough and tempo-y enough to really put our opponent to the wall here. So, I think we will Unexplained Visions instead of Vantress Paladin. Hope we draw into another blue spell we can use to tap down the blockers, so block Carver. Mystic Dispute. And we'll keep both of these. And we will attack and attack. Sure. And we do have Mystic Dispute up, although it's pretty bad with all the mana our opponent has. Yeah, we can't stop that. Okay. Now we should be able to win. Tome Raider. Tap down. Brimstone Trebuchet. Draw a card. Queen of Ice. Tap down. Garenbrig Carver. Tap down. Brimstone Trebuchet. And that's game. Nice. So our Gadwick just pretty much destroyed him there. Man. Gadwick is nasty, and we were able to protect it with our counter spells and pretty much just tempoed them out of the game by itself. Sweet. Alright, Supernova 200 is who we're playing against, and Mono Blue, yeah, I'll keep this. Looks pretty good. We don't have a card draw yet for our Fairy Vandal, but we'll get there eventually. Witching Well. Opponent's playing blue 2. We'll see what type of blue. Witching Well could really be in anything. It's just an okay card advantage spell. Potentially also mono blue. So this could be a mono blue mirror match. We'll see. Okay, we've got a pretty good series of turns here. Go Fairy Vandal into Hinge Walker into Vantress Paladin, and that's a lot of pressure on the board if our opponent's just sitting around cracking Witching Wells. Okay, well, they seem to have a very similar turn to us. I think we will just offer the trade here. We're okay with trading our Hinge Walker for theirs. Vantress Paladin. We're gonna save our Charm Sleep for something we can't really deal with. Card draw is what we like best, I think. Okay, they're blue-white. So the artifact and enchantment deck. So we gotta watch out for potentially, you know, the scary thing about the blue-white deck is they kind of just build up this big kind of clunky-looking board, then play all that glitters out of nowhere and just kill you on the spot. So really gotta keep an eye out for that. But I mean, we have a lot of pressure here, and all of it's in the air. So this Queen of Ice isn't gonna be doing anything. Wow, just Fairy Guide Mother is a blocker, it looks like. Ooh, yeah, Vantress Gargoyle was great. Let's get in with all these. Opponent just chumps. Vantress Gargoyle. And we have the mana for Charm Sleep, but I think we'll just hold off on that. Opponent's pretty far away from being able to attack with this Vantress Gargoyle. Still a big threat in the air. And it is a artifact to turn on our Moonlit Scavengers, which is nice. So we'd love to draw a land here. Land is the #1 thing we want to draw. But even without it, we can tap down this Vantress Paladin with Charm Sleep. So, not the end of the world. Attack, huh? Sure. Wow, yeah, Mystic Dispute's pretty good. So I think we just Charm Sleep the Vantress Paladin. Sure, opponent gains 3 life. Get in for 7. And Mystic Dispute's gonna be fantastic here. We're gonna be able to counter pretty much anything that matters out of their deck, I think. That counts as something that matters. So, counter Vantress Paladin, and that should be game. Yep. Opponent scoops it up. Wow, we're just kind of crushing it with this mono blue deck. Holy crap. Whenever I've seen like mono blue, it's usually like the mill deck. This is a lot more fun though. This is a sort of a tempo-y flyers deck. And we do have a little bit of mill synergies with the Gargoyle, but it's not really our game plan. We're just killing our opponent in the air, so sweet. Alright, playing against Naru with a mono blue. Okay, we'll keep this. Runaway Together plus Tome Raider is a pretty good combo. Then, but we'll go ahead and play off the Scalding Cauldron. I think because we have the fairy that grows whenever we draw a card, we'd rather keep opt. Ooh, Gadwick's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, fast turn. We're gonna try to opt into a land here. Their opponent looks like they're playing mono red. Yeah. Yes, land's good. And we're just going to run out the Tome Raider here to try to trade with this red cap. Mono red's pretty scary though, because they have that that Adamant Knight that turns into a 5/2 haste for 4 if you pay all red for it, which is pretty brutal. This right there. So it looks like they might be mono red knights even. They have some knight sub things they might care about. Yeah, I guess we Vantress Paladin here. Well, we got the mana for it. They don't have that much of a threat on board. We can't block it because they'll pump it. Okay, there's a Scalding Cauldron. Oh my goodness. They're all about those Scalding Cauldrons. Okay, that's good. Now we can Scalding Cauldron plus Fairy Vandal, so we'll just attack for 3 here. Pass the turn. And if they try to kill our Vantress Paladin with a Cauldron, we can bounce it. Sure. That opponent gets in for 2. Alright, we will Fairy Vandal. Yep, and now we will run away together, targeting our Paladin and their dummy. Boom. Eat up one of their Cauldrons there. I think we're just gonna continue to hit land drops, so we're gonna Gadwick for 2. Pump up our Fairy Vandal. Play a land. Attack for 2. We're looking pretty good here. They've got a Scalding Cauldron to deal with our Gadwick, but I mean, if they're spending their whole turn doing that, that's nothing. Yep, sure. Land, we will. Opponent's still pretty far away from being able to attack with his Gargoyle, so we'll just run out the Vantress Paladin, attack, playing on Scalding Cauldron. Yeah, Scalding Cauldroning. That's a tongue twister. I think we probably will block. Okay, there's the Paladin, what I was afraid of. And let's see what they do. Yep. Okay, we'll blow up the Paladin. Cauldron. We've just sort of continued to tempo people out of games here. Attack for 5. Now we can Vantress Paladin, Vantress Gargoyle, and pass turn. Now we've got a Frogify for if they have anything they put in the air. Might be dead though. They have to either kill one of our creatures or put a blocker in the air. And if they put a blocker in the air, we have an answer to it with Frogify. So they have to probably just kill one of our creatures. Vantress Gargoyle is, you know, kind of a mile away from attacking, but if they do somehow survive this, we at least have that for the long term. Sure. Okay. Ooh, that put them up to 10, didn't it? Jeez. So they're not dead next turn. I think we do block in that case. We don't want to die to something stupid. Okay, Moonlit Scavengers is great. So we will... Oh, wait. Oh yeah, we do have an artifact in the form of Vantress Gargoyle. So play Moonlit Scavengers. Bounce the dummy. Attack with these 2. We still have them on a 2-turn clock. They did save themselves from just dying with that Smitten Swordmaster, but they're still in the same position now. Have to either kill one of our creatures, put up a flying blocker. Wow. Okay. A little bit scary, but we're not dead, so we will just eat this Jousting Dummy. And that should be... Yeah, that's game. Okay. Good game. Ooh, and we even drew the Covetous Urge, so we continue to dominate with this mono blue deck. Holy crap. This feels like one of the more powerful cards I've played in this set. Or one of the more powerful decks, rather. It's just absolutely crushed everything we've come across so far, so on to the next game. Alright, up against Dan SVK. Yeah, I guess we take this. It's not the best hand ever, but it's okay. We're in the position again where we just want to draw lands for a few turns in a row. We've been in that position a lot with this deck. We're just kind of always happy to see lands. Scalding Cauldron, last turn. We haven't hit the mill deck yet. That's the one deck that's going to be not fun to go against. Red, huh? Well, nothing to do. Red-black, so probably Red-black Knights. Be one of the harder matchups for us. Stormfist Crusader, well, we'll tap it down. Stormfist Crusader I'm actually happy about, because will hopefully, jeez Louise, hopefully draw us into a land. I mean, gotta be a land somewhere in here, right? Wow, they're playing the full Mardu. Well, that's always cool when they make when somebody makes the 3-color deck work. Oh god. That's actually devastating. Kits our Queen of Ice and also strips probably our Charm Sleep out of her hand. Yikes. That's very good. Usually this is more of a sideboard card, I think. You bring it in against decks with a lot of adventures, but I guess in best of one, maybe it's just main deckable. Okay, they take the Covetous Urge, so that probably means they have something pretty scary in hand. Okay, we do draw our land thanks to the Thanks to the Crusader. Do we kill the Crusader or do we just Charm Sleep it? I guess we kill it. Yeah. I could have waited to their upkeep so we could draw an extra card off of it, but I was kind of afraid they would have some pump spell to save it. They are in Mardu. There's a lot of, you know, things like the Squire or what have you that could save it at instant speed. Revenge of Ravens, okay. We run out our Vantress Paladin. Revenge of Ravens is relevant against this, against a lot of mono blue decks. So just like, ha ha ha, that card does nothing. I'm just gonna mill you out anyway. But we are not doing that. Hopefully we can get a big enough board here that we can get around it though. Just hoping for a land off the top. Okay, just Reef Souls our creature. That is not a land. Ooh. Well, we'll just play it. Got nothing better to do. If we still did have that Vantress Paladin, I wonder if it would be correct to attack or not. I mean, it does it effectively with the life drain and gain from here. It would do them 2 damage and do us 1 damage. So, I mean, if you look at it just from a numbers perspective, we come out ahead, but they probably have a more aggressive deck. Okay, well, we'll make this trade. Yeah. Stuff like that means they have a more aggressive... Okay. Still gaze Griffin here, and then next turn we can Unexplained Visions, pump this up. And 4 for 1 is probably... Or I guess it's 3 for 1. 3 damage to them, 1 damage to us is probably more worth it than 2 for 1. Oh. That's not good. That is not good. Yeah, we're gonna have to... Unexplained Visions... Hunt for a Frogify desperately. Nope, nope, nope. Anything that's not a Frogify we have to put to the bottom. We have to answer this thing, or it is going to get out of control. Oh, please, no draw discard spell. If they have like Haggle or something, we are in bad shape. Or that Black Knight that draws a card. Okay, just Surprise Griffin. We can block that pretty easily. I guess it might even be worth Charm Sleeping. They're thinking about doing something. Okay, I'm just gonna get him some more damage. Sure. Gadwick's good. Do we just Gadwick here? I think so. Yeah, let's just Gadwick for 4. I don't know. We're gonna discard a card. I guess we'll wait one more turn before Gadwicking. We'll Tome Raider. See if we draw... didn't say please, it's not bad. I think we still Charm Sleep. Charm Sleep the Prize Griffin. Attack for 4. Or I guess 3. Best turn. So we might not even Gadwick next turn. We might leave up this Didn't Say Please plus this Runaway Together. So that we can answer their Mad Ratter at instant speed with Runaway Together. And maybe counter it coming back down. Sure, there's Rimrock Knight. Mystic Dispute, huh? So what we're gonna do, let's see, if we do 1, 2... We're gonna Gadwick for 3. And leave up Runaway Together. So this way we can answer any sort of, there we go, Frogify. Perfect. We will Frogify the Mad Ratter, tap down the Rimrock Knight, I can't block it anyway. And we'll get in with the Still Gaze Griffin. Yeah. Lose a life. Okay, this is good. Now we can start leaving up counters for the rest of the game. We got their Mad Ratter answered. The Rimrock Knight will just trade with the Tome Raider. And the Gadwick is going to hopefully stop any sort of hasty aggression. Yep, block. Moonlit Scavenger's good, but not this turn. So we'll just attack with these 2. Yep. And Runaway Together plus Gadwick is actually kind of the bomb. We can bounce Gadwick back to our hand and recast him for another big X amount. I think we want to empty our hand a bit more before we do that, though. Yep. Okay, and pass turn. Play both our counters. We will... Didn't say please that. Whatever. Pass turn. Did we just run out the moon? Is this a May ability? It is not, so we would have to bounce the Prize Griffin back to their hand. Is that worth it to put more damage on the board? I guess so. Because we can tap it down. Yeah, I guess so. Play Moonlit Scavengers. We have to bounce this. It's a little unfortunate. And we will attack for 5, or 4, more like. But this does put them in a position, we can bounce the Gadwick. If all they do is replay their Griffin here, we can bounce it, bring Gadwick back to our hand, draw a bunch of cards with Gadwick again, so. And then we have a 4 or 5 on the board. So, hopefully, sure. Run away together, targeting Prize Griffin and our creature. Yeah, Gadwick taps it down, but that doesn't really matter. Okay. And we will, let's see how many cards. Oh, they've got enough, so we will Gadwick for 6. And we'll attack for 8. Gain 2, sure. And I think rather than playing the Vantress Gargoyle, even though that wouldn't be a good threat, we're just going to leave up instant speed, Fairy Vandal, because this will block down any creature they play. I mean, this will tap down any creature they play. Ginger Brute, sure. I'd imagine they're just going to have to gain life with that Ginger Brute. If they go to combat without eating it, sure. We're not gonna let them go to combat with this untapped. So, yeah. So we will tap down the Ginger Brute. They can eat it in response, but at least this way they can't, like, do some stupid stuff where they get through the pump spell and make it so he can't attack. I don't think that's what you wanted to do. Wow, okay. They have some sort of burn spell. Okay, well, we'll just Vantress Gargoyle. I mean, we'll be able to counter if they do have some sort of burn spell or something. We can Mystic Dispute it, so we will just kill them here. Good game. And yeah, just attack. Attack and attack. And that should win around anything. Okay. Mono Blue taking it down again against Mardu. This wasn't really Mardu Knights, it was just sort of Mardu stuff, it looked like. There wasn't that many Knight synergies. But we took them down. Mono Blue is really, seems very, 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 very strong, actually. Sweet. Alright, next game against Tinzada. And yeah, this is fine. We've got our rare, we've got some answers for early aggression. Our opponent's mulliganing, so all good things. Island go. Okay, Island go. Black, huh? We'll see what other color they're running here. Another Knight deck, huh? We've seen a lot of Knight decks in this league. Yeah, I don't think this is worth Frogifying or Queen of Icing, so we'll just leave up Didn't Say Please. See if they play anything worth it. Take 2. We will drop Vantress Paladin here. I mean, Our clock beats our opponent's clock, so... Gingerbread. Is this the same person? This person's deck looks very similar to the one we just played. Kind of Mardu stuff. Yeah, we can't block that. Okay. I think we will Gadwick for 2 here. Draw a couple cards. Attack for 3. Next turn we can do something like Charm Sleep, sleep up our, didn't say please. Oh my gosh. This looks just like the deck we just played, but... Okay, Revenge of Ravens. Would have liked to counter that. Let's see. I think what we'll do is... we'll just Queen of Ice, tap down Gingerbrute, tap down Malevolent Noble, get in for a chunk. What does ping us for 2? And... pass a turn. I'm gonna try to leave up Didn't Say Please for the rest of the game. Deal with any other threats they play here. That's pretty ambitious, playing Idyllic Grange in a... Maybe this is just black-white, maybe this isn't Mardu. But even still, I think you can only really play these lands in monocolored decks. And even then it's questionable. Well, okay. We'll counter that, tap down the Malevolent Noble. That's just looking like black-white. Runaway Together's not bad. Let's bounce our Gadwick back. We'll attack with both. Yeah. We'll play Queen of Ice. Tap the Malevolent Noble. And pass the turn. Plan on potentially running away together. Okay. Sure. We'll block the Malevolent Noble. Okay, we'll run away together. Bounce Queen of Ice. Bounce Gingerbrute. Tap down nothing. This is good too. We get to reuse her adventure ability. And with Gadwick, her being 2 blue spells is pretty good. Oh goodness, Sir Conrad. So I think what we do is Frogify that Conrad. Do not want that ability to even have a chance of going off, or we're going to die very quickly. And... attack for 6. And... Queen of Ice to tap down the Malevolent Noble. Yeah. And Tome Raider. Draw a card. Plan on trading this Tome Raider, if possible. It's just not useful as an attacker, so... Wow, Giant Killer. Like, this does nothing with the Revenge of Ravens out, so really the best we can get out of this is blocking the... I'm kind of afraid to block this for Conrad, because I could get it back with like an Order of Midnight or something, which would be very bad. Okay, they're just gonna do nothing. Looks like they might just gain life with the Gingerbrute. So let's see, what do we want to do? I guess we will Charm Sleep, targeting Giant Killer, tap down the Gingerbrute. And then we'll Queen of Ice, tap down Sir Conrad. Was considering Unexplained Visionings there, but I think this might be better. Get in with our 2/3/3s. Let's see what our opponent's got. We have some blockers here, so they shouldn't be able to get through much damage. Okay, scoop it up. Man, Adventure Bravens is a messed up card, but we were able to beat it, and Mono Blue just keeps crushing it. Completely unstopped so far. On to the next game. Okay, playing against Oozman with our Mono Blue deck, and yeah, looks good to me. We've done pretty good in this league of getting Gadwick in our opening hand. That helps a lot with winning games, I think. But even then, we got Vantress Gargoyle turn 2 and potentially leaving up Didn't Say Please on turn 3. That's pretty good. Let us turn on this Gargoyle early, hopefully. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have too aggressive a start here. Okay, we even have something to do on turn 1. Sweet. We got 1, 2, and 3 planned out. Green, black, so... Oh, looks like they're on the adventure deck. Alright. Gargoyle. I don't think they'll have anything in the adventure deck that can kill our Gargoyle easily, at least, unless they have like a Murderous Rider or something. Besides that, I can't really think of anything in the adventure deck that just blows a Gargoyle out. Main deck Return to Nature. Okay. That's... I wasn't considering that in the options of things that could blow us out, but maybe I should have been. Jeez Louise. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to leave up our mana here. We can counter something with Didn't Say Please if they play something good. If they don't, we can just blow up their creature with Scalding Cauldron. Opponent gets up for 2. We will take it. Okay. Okay, so our opponent trades in their Squire, but we will just pop their Wicked Guardian. We're okay with this. They just basically got rid of all their presence on the board to draw some cards. Draw a card. I think we'll just Gadwick for 1. As lame as that seems. I think getting him on the board is good, and we don't have really anything else to do with just 4 mana. A lot of these are reactive plays. I think we want to get something on the board here. Sure. Sure. Land would have been the best thing to draw there. So, I guess we Tome Raider. Tap down the Smitten Swordmaster. Try to draw a land here. No luck. Guess we'll get in for 3. We'll use the Tome Raider to block the Smitten Swordmaster. Okay, I'm just gonna save some life here. Okay, trading here. Sir Conrad, okay. Luckily we have a Frogify for that. Okay, we will still make this trade. Sir Conrad's gonna double ping us, which hurts a little bit, but getting everything else off the board besides the Sir Conrad, which we have an answer to, seems pretty good. Jeez, okay. Part of me just wants to leave up the counter spell, but yeah, I think we just get rid of the Sir Conrad. Get in for 3. And pass the turn. It turns out they're in Sultai and play a blue spell. We can counter it, but otherwise we got nothing going on here. Yeah, 1 more land would have made this hand fantastic. Being able to leave up a counter spell here would have been incredibly good. They're looking at their graveyard, so they might have a Order of Midnight. Forever Young. Ooh. Okay, now their play with a Wicked Guardian makes a little more sense. So that's not bad. I mean, it does mean it kind of guarantees they'll be drawing action, but it's not like a lot of those cards were super, Oh, they almost just comboed us, I just realized. They almost just Sir Conraded plus Forever Young to draw a billion cards. Or rather, do a billion damage to us. That would have been funny. Okay. Finally drew a land, that's good. I think we will just, Queen of Ice. Tap down this Surf Baron. Attack for 3. Pass a turn. Leave up a counter spell. We will Mystic Dispute this. Tap down the Sir Conrad. Jeez, constantly wanting for just one more land. I think we'll just play Still Gaze Griffin here. Tap down, whatever. Get him for 3. Pass turn. We know they don't have a lot going on. I mean, they are just going to draw Garenbrigg Squire and Smitten Swordmaster. I mean, neither of those is very impactful. We just have a lot more powerful cards in our hand. It also means we can feel a little bit better about not leaving up this Didn't Say Please, but mana land would be good here. Playing Queen of Ice plus leaving up Didn't Say Please would just be backbreaking. Okay. Block. Seems like they have a pump spell, but we'll make them use it now. Wow, just nothing? They just wanted to get in that extra points of damage? Okay. Ah, okay. So by pumping it up with Surf Baron, they were able to get it high enough to kill our Gadwick too. Not bad, not bad. So what do we do here? I think we're just gonna Unexplained Visions and just be done with this whole land screw situation forever. Bottom. Keep the other land. Attack. And we should be good now. Have lands forever. Got everything else we need to win in our hand. Sure, just Garenbrigg Squire. Okay, we're gonna play Hingewalker here. Because we'll want to trade with this Garenbrigg Squire. It's gonna proc even if we do counter the Curious Bear. So we'll play that, and we will attack for 2. Pass a turn. We want to keep the pressure on here. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to Didn't Say Please that. It's a little painful because that means they're gonna be able to get down their Curious Pair. I guess that's not actually. I was thinking because that lets their Squire get pumped if we, but that's gonna get pumped anyway. So we don't really mind their Curious Pair coming down in that case. Curious Pair. Yep, we'll trade with the Garenbrigg Squire. Take 4. Okay, so we will play the Vantress Paladin here. We will play Queen of... I think we're going to leave up Didn't Say Please, actually. We're going to hold off on attacking with the Still Gaze Griffin for a little bit, just because we're kind of low here. And we want to leave up this Didn't Say Please. We can go back to attacking next turn. Okay. Attack for 3. Queen of Ice. Pass turn. Leave up this Didn't Say Please. We should be good here. Oh. Let's see. So they can pick human. I mean, if they pick human, I think we just let this go. If they pick human, that's fine. It kills 2 of our creatures, but it blows out all their things except for their Sir Conrad, so... I don't think this is actually bad for us. I'd rather... The thing is, if we counter this here, we don't have them... Okay, they're just going to use a wizard, okay. That's fine. Alright. Block here. Down to 1. There's another... Paladin, but we should be able to control them now to a point that... Yeah, I think we should be able to kill them. Yeah, so we have a counter. We're set up to win next turn. So, yeah, that was the right play, I think, not countering that Witch's Vengeance. Because if they Witch's Vengeance, we countered it, and they top decked some Haymaker here that could kill us on the spot, then we'd be in bad shape. Yeah, good game. So we played that. That was a little... We had to play that in a way that put us almost dead, but I think that was the right way to do it. So, there we go. Mono Blue winning again, and I believe that's the perfect victory. I think that's the pure... Yep, it's the 7-0. Sweet. We just completely destroyed that league with Mono Blue. It got a little close in that last game, but other than that, I mean, I think the first game was a little close too, if I remember right. But, I mean, you know, on the whole, we just destroyed it with this Mono Blue deck. Gadwick is an absolute monster. I was thinking he was pretty good, but I think that card's actually like an A+++. Like, that was... It felt unbeatable when we drew Gadwick. I mean, even just drawing like 2 or 3 cards and having this thing that just taps on your opponent's board every turn, that's just crazy. So, yeah, we'll go on to open our prize packs here. Let's claim our prizes. Let's see what we get out of the packs, out of our sweet draft. We got a Ravnica pack too, I guess, from leveling up. So we got okay, Nikya. It's kind of a cool commander. I don't know. Maybe there's an interesting thing you do with it in standard. Maybe I'll try that for my budget deck series. But let's move on. Next thing. And our rare out of this pack, Fires of Invention, the Terror of Standard, and probably my least favorite card out of Eldraine. I just hate cards like this. I really hate these sort of flavorless, just double your mana or triple your mana even sometimes with Fires of Invention. I just not a fan. So not a fan of this card, but it is very, very strong. Seeing play in Pioneer even, I think a little bit in Modern even, but yeah, it's going to be a problem in Standard pretty much the rest of the time it's in Standard. So, and our last pack, can't open these Theros ones yet, so our last pack is Doom Foretold. Very cool card. There's a white-black stack built around this that is super cool. And sometimes there's an Esper version that runs Dance of the Manse. But just a super cool card. One of my, yeah, I'd say this is one of my top cards out of Eldraine. I just really love the design of it. Flavor-wise, I don't really know what it's supposed to be portraying. I guess things are getting bad and then something happens. But just gameplay-wise, it's a ton of fun. I kind of like stacks. And this is very much kind of smokestack-y. But anyway, yeah, we just had a kind of a bomb draft. We just completely demolished it with Mono Blue and got some cool pulls out of our pack as well. So if you enjoyed watching this, I have a budget deck series as well. I also have just a series of Eldraine drafts I've done, so you might want to go check those out. But yeah, thanks for watching. I really enjoyed playing, so see ya.